And we're moving on to day 7 of my 13-day hiking trip in the north of Sweden. Finally, we are past the halfway point. Today, we're looking at another double day, where I will skip one hut and make 22 kilometers from Singi to Teusajaure. There are some pretty gorgeous views along the way. I started the hike at Singi Hut at sunrise, as per my usual procedure. The sun was just touching the mountaintops and creating long shadows in the valley. Good morning, and it's day 7. I'm leaving Singi Hut behind, and today I'm doing again 22 kilometers, skipping one hut in the middle. Well, I'll probably sit down for a little lunch. It's a gorgeous morning. Look at the sunrise. That's why I usually get up before sunrise when I hike, even though I have to wake up at 4 in the morning and then leave quite early. But it's beautiful. I'm so lucky with the weather. I cannot believe it. You know, usually when I go hiking, at least half of the time it's raining, sometimes more. But this time it's been raining for 3 days out of it's now 7, and it actually looks promising for tomorrow. Very strange. I think the weather is being nice to me because I decided to go on this long tour of 13 days. The good thing about day 7 is that I'm past halfway, but the bad thing is that I still have 6 days to go, and I'm already so tired. Couldn't sleep today because my legs were in so much pain, and I found 2 new blisters yesterday, which is for me usually the result of getting my feet wet. That's why, well, that's not the only reason, but that is one of the main reasons why I hate wet shoes, because they always give you blisters. I generally hate mornings because I'm not a morning person. I just feel extremely unwell in the morning, especially if I have to wake up early. But at the hut, I'm usually the first one who wakes up, like considerably earlier than other people, because I usually do double distances. I know that taking pictures slows me down considerably, and I want to see the sunrise. But then a hut is a pretty much open space. It kind of depends. Sometimes you are in a separate room, but usually it's just like kitchen with 2 bedrooms attached without any doors. And I'm so embarrassed of waking up other people, and I try to be as quiet as I can. But you know, I have to make fire, I have to boil water, make myself breakfast, then repack my backpack, because I usually get out basically all my stuff out on the evening before, because I need all of my stuff. And yeah, that's why I hate mornings. Ugh, water, what is this? I don't want to get wet, because it slows me down so much trying to be quiet. But then sometimes I still wake people up. And there were 3 French travelers, I would say elderly French travelers, a lady and 2 gentlemen, in the cabin, and I woke them up. At least they got up halfway as I was packing my backpack. And now I feel so sad about it that I didn't let them sleep in the morning.
Then the sun finally got high enough to light my way. I had to make a short stop, and the drone was finally unleashed to do its flying duty.
I'm so embarrassed. I've just realized that being upset about waking people up, I forgot to take the dirty water out. Because usually when you wash your dishes, you then take dirty water in a bucket outside to a special place. And I left it in. Oh, so horrible. Now they will have to do it for me. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. It's a bit windy today. The forecast even promised some stormy winds. Look at this beautiful lake. Some stormy winds in the afternoon. And I cannot decide if I should change my summer jacket to my autumn jacket. Because I feel a bit chilly. But probably if I put on my autumn jacket, I will be too warm. That's one of the main concerns usually during hiking. Which jacket to wear and how to stop taking pictures when it all looks so amazing.
As I mentioned in the previous episode, yesterday I joined the Kungsleden Trail, having been wandering off it for the previous 4 days. However, today I left the most popular northern bit. At Singi, most hikers turn towards Kebnekaise and finish their journey in Nikkaluokta. The piece between Singi and Teusajaure I'm following today is probably second less popular and is only hiked by those who want to do multiple sections or the whole 450 kilometers of the King's Trail, which is great. As you know, I'm a fan of wandering around alone. It's still not as empty as when I was hiking all the main trail, but I won't meet more than 5 or 7 people during the day.
See, I just had an energy bar and now I'm happy again and ready to continue going for 6 more days. It's just about not being hungry.
About 3 hours later, it was time to sit down and have a little snack, as my energy was bottoming down. But I always try to stop at some spectacular spot to combine snacking with some drone flying, and this spot was pretty spectacular. A day does get tough at some point. It's not like I get bored, unless it's raining and I cannot see anything. But I do get tired. 6 previous days, a heavy backpack, do catch up with me. But a good audiobook in my ears helps me to push through. And then I'm cheerful again. Sometimes an extra snacking stop helps me to lift up my mood. Sometimes it's a reindeer I meet along the way. But often it's looking forward to something, like an exciting bridge ahead, or, obviously, a cabin I can sit in for 20 minutes. And there is the reindeer. I will definitely see more in the upcoming days.
This is one of those places which slow me down considerably, because a photographer in me just cannot stop taking pictures. It's amazing, isn't it? I think it's one of my favorite places on Kungsleden Trail.
Well, now I've been waiting for that bridge long enough. Where is it? I need some change of scene. Plus, the bridge will mean that the hut is already not that far.
We don't have to depend on destiny. We already know just what we feel. Just take my hand, I'll be all you need. Hold to the hopes and dreams we share.
I really enjoy bridges along Kungsleden, especially that meshy cover that allows you to see that roaring water underneath. I'm not a fan of heights, and crossing these bridges gives me just the right amount of excitement and adrenaline.
Though I have tried, I cannot forget. Can't seem to get.
I was saying how nice the weather is this morning, but now I'm not so sure, because I really hate the heat. And at the moment it's so hot under the sun. There's no cloud in the sky. Well, there are some, but it doesn't count because it doesn't cover the sun. I really hate the heat. Seriously, I'd rather had some rain. I wouldn't say rain, but some clouds, some cold wind, some freezing temperatures. That would be nice.
And promise you won't let them fade away. Hold on to the hopes and dreams we shared along the way.
Why am I wearing a jacket, you might ask, if I'm so hot? Well, the problem is the sun. I burn really easily. So it's either sunscreen or a jacket. And when you hike and you don't have a shower in the evening, you don't really want to wear sunscreen, because then you're just sticky and disgusting when you get to the hut. I hope there is sauna at the hut I'm heading to. It should be there. But you never know, because sometimes something might go wrong. Sometimes they might have problems with the sauna, and then you are there in the evening and you are all covered in sunscreen and disgusting, and you have to go to bed the way you are. I'm wearing sunscreen on my hands and my face, but that I always wash in the evening. But yeah, it's so hot, and I really hope there will be a sauna in the evening.
Don't wanna be a one-man woman. Got me stranded like a boat in the sand.
And now I'm just hurrying up, cheered up by getting close to my lunch break hut.
Dressing up, fixing my
special.
Up around the corner, maybe it's that director. Oh, I can sing, I can dance.
I'm staying here for half an hour. That's one of the types of STF huts. You have stove with gas, then you have clean water that you bring from some stream nearby, then dirty water goes in there after you wash your cutlery in these ones. And then in this one there are actually, as you can see, separate bedrooms with a stove in each. In the one where I was staying tonight, there were no separate bedrooms. Bedrooms were adjacent to the kitchen. But that's a type of a hut with actually some bedrooms.
Jump out on the stage, get locked up in a cage, director.
You pay about 4 or 5 euros for a daytime stay. To be fair, I don't really need it, as I don't cook lunch, I just eat my energy bars. It's nice to boil extra water to replenish my tea in my thermos, but mostly I just stop as a treat to myself, after a long distance already accomplished on a day. But, of course, then it's time to continue the journey, as I still have 9 kilometers to cover. Leaving a hospitable hut is always a struggle. I started walking through that short northern birch forest, but then it was time to conquer some rocky parts and then to get over a mountain pass to get to Teusajaure Hut on the other side.
I left the cabin Kaitumjaure.
The wind was a bit too loud at the beginning of this clip, but I was just complaining about the rocks and being happy about getting through them.
Was still not even close to what I had a couple of days back, but still it slowed me down a bit. But now I think it looks much better, so I will try to speed up and get to the next cabin in reasonable time. I'm very much looking forward to the sauna. Anyway, not every cabin has a sauna. For example, I haven't had a sauna for 3 nights, 4 days, because the previous 2 cabins, Nikkaluokta and Singi, didn't have one. That's why I'm so excited about tonight. Finally, an opportunity to have a bit of a wash and make my hair look decent finally. But I'm especially looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow is a bit of a transition day. I will be switching from one east of Kungsleden, the northern part, to a southern part, and I'll be staying at the mountain station. And there will be electricity and shower and proper dinner. No more out of the bag stuff. Well, until I'm back to it the day after that. But I'm so looking forward to just sleeping in a proper bed, in a civilized place, with a shower and proper food.
I'm staying in this little bedroom tonight. I don't know if someone will join me at some point. We'll see. But I will just do some
unpacking, go buy myself dinner, because this hut actually has a little shop. And then I made it in time for the sauna. Yay! So excited about it. Just back from the sauna. It's so nice, and my hair is back to normal. Now I'm just making dinner. And I guess soon I will go to bed.
Well, this is the end of day 7. It was time to send Nallo home and to go to bed. Stay tuned for a bus catching and 2 boat rides of tomorrow.